Hello. Something I think that the majority of streamers and content creators know how to do more than anyone else is fail. Something they know how to do is make mistakes, myself included. I make tons and tons of mistakes. I made so many mistakes when I first started streaming. I still do make mistakes, don't get me wrong, but they're a little bit different. They're a little bit not as like common sense. You would think like now looking back, it's like, why did I do that? Why did I let that affect me in a way that let me suck? So I'm gonna go over my top 5 mistakes that I wish I didn't do when streaming. Number 1, numbers will ruin your mental and your channel. If you let your numbers get a hold of your brand, you will be done before you've even started. The best way to do this, I say this, I'm probably gonna say this in every single video, turn your viewer count off, don't look at it. Also, remember that things in streaming kind of go through cyclical, as well as gaming in general, go through cyclical numbers and cyclical changes like that. People will not always be with you. That's just how it is. Something that I think about all the time are all of the guys and gals that everyone just that used to watch the stream that no longer watches the stream. I think about them all of the time. There's so many people, I'm not gonna name anybody because I don't want to call anybody out, but there's so many people that watched the stream back in the day that no longer watch the stream, and I don't know where they went, and I hope they're doing okay, but like numbers will ruin your mental. If you think about why did I lose this many viewers, why did I lose followers, why did I lose subs, why did I lose yada yada yada, don't think about numbers like that. Also, don't equate stream to stream, because stream to stream daily it's gonna change. Sometimes you're gonna have really good days, sometimes you're gonna have really bad days. Focus on numbers month to month and kind of go from there. If you had a really good month, sometimes you're gonna have a really bad month monetarily, sometimes you're gonna have a really bad month viewage, sometimes you're just gonna have different months. Everything goes up and down with streaming. As long as you are still on a path of growth, then you're good to go. If you dip down and you continue to drop down, figure out what you did wrong. We're gonna have a lot of videos like this that kind of cover over why you did wrong. I've done a lot of things wrong in my day of streaming. So, but remember that numbers will ruin your mental. They will ruin your channel if you let them get too much in your head. Focus more on the content and the people that are there, not on who's not there. You can focus on the goals. That's totally fine. But goals that have a date make it really hard when you don't make them on the date. Having goals is great. Setting them locked to a specific date is not good for your brain. Okay, just don't do it. Focus on the content and who's there, not who's not. Number 2, upgrading the wrong equipment in the wrong order. So many people have a first paycheck from stream or have like their second paycheck from stream, and they put it into such weird things, like strange, like those like nano leaf things. They're cool, don't get me wrong. And if you did this, I'm not really calling you out, but I'm a little bit calling you out. If you bought a nano leaf before you bought a good lighting source, you did it wrong. If you bought a nano leaf or anything other like weird, like, I don't know, like background stuff or like a chair. Chairs are great, don't get me wrong, but you wanna add things in this order. And in my opinion, it's lights are number 1, microphone number 2, camera number 3, okay? In that order. And then like, if you wanna get like a really nice keyboard, that's totally fine. You wanna get a really nice mouse, that's totally fine. A really nice PC, upgrade the PC, that's totally fine. But you need to have cameras, lights, and microphones that do really well. And a lot of the times people think, oh, my camera's bad, oh, my camera's bad, oh, my camera's bad. But it's really just their lighting. I've said this in multiple videos or multiple times in stream as well. Focus on your lighting first, okay? If your camera is not doing what it wants you to do, what you want it to do, it's probably not the camera. It's probably the fact that your lighting is really, really bad. I have a light that is really bad. It's a $8 light from Walmart, but it looks pretty good, right? And my camera, by the way, is a C920 Pro. I don't even think it's a Pro. I think it's just a C920. I don't know if there's a difference, but it's just a C920. So you can make your camera look pretty decent if you have good lighting. I don't have good lighting, and this camera still looks good because the lighting is in a way that it works for the stream, and I also have lighting coming from the window as well. And then a microphone, I just released a video. If it's not released yet, it will be released soon, of how to make your microphone sound really good for free with 3 Reaper plugins. It's pretty self-explanatory and super easy, but don't upgrade things the wrong way, okay? Focus on this. Like if you want to get super great stream packages with like alerts and stuff like that, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you have other things that are done first. Cameras, light in this order, lighting, microphone, camera, okay? Upgrade them like that, and then you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want anyways, but I'm just telling you that that is probably where you need to go first. Number 3, streaming does not equate to growth. Find ways to grow outside and use those platforms for their strengths. Twitch is really, really good at connecting with your community one-to-one. Really, really good. What it's really terrible at, is so bad at discoverability. It's so incredibly bad. On the flip side, you've got YouTube, which is not really good on the one-on-one, unless you're streaming on YouTube, which in case it's roughly the same as Twitch. It's not super good at one-on-one because it's a cut down video where they can't really interact with your video. The viewers can't really interact with viewers. However, it's got really high discoverability. So use that way. Twitter is kind of interesting, right? I actually talked to somebody about this recently, that Twitter, content that you make on Twitter has to be good enough that the person will claim it as their own for them to then push it off to their people or something like that. It's a retweet is a little bit different than like just like a thumbs up on YouTube video or a follow on a stream. It's a little different to get your stuff out on Twitter. They have to claim it as their own because it's gonna be on their timeline. So make content that is really good at like just general stuff for Twitter. Also TikTok, use TikTok. It's really good with algorithm. You can make whatever crazy, weird nonsense, short videos, or just like what's really crazy to me is that like the video that did best for me on TikTok is a video of me literally just watering my plants. I don't say anything. There are no hashtags on the video. I'm literally just holding the water and my camera and I'm just spraying the plants with the water. Post anything weird, test things out on TikTok. Use YouTube for discoverability. Use Twitch for communicating one on however many people you have in your stream to grow. Make sure that you use each platform for their strengths. Figure out what the strength is, use it for that strength, and don't try to use them for things that are their weakness because it's not gonna work. Don't try to use streaming to grow because that's not gonna work. Use streaming to grow your community by one-on-one communication, right? Back and forth. Don't use it for just like streaming and trying to get popular. It's not really how that works. You use YouTube to grow that way, okay? Get it? Streaming does not equate to growth. Everything else does. Use streaming as a central platform to kind of grow your community that way. As well as on streaming, the follow for follow, the host for host, the raid for raid does literally nothing. I can tell you that I made this mistake a lot in the beginning. When I first started streaming, I wanted to get that 50 followers so bad just to affiliate. So I went and got like follower for follower. It didn't do anything. You don't get the 3 average viewers. They don't follow you to actually watch your stream. They follow you so they can get the number as well. They aren't following you to support you, okay? Don't use follower for follower, it doesn't work. As well as like raids and hosts, don't ask people for raids and hosts, okay? People who come to your stream with a raid and host, unless they're in the same community as you and unless they are in like a small game sphere that you're in as well, those viewers aren't gonna stay. It's not gonna be something that grows your channel. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You can, however, use raids to like make friends with the streamer itself. So you drop your community with them, they drop you, and you kind of network that way and you get to know each other. Maybe you hit each other and do some collaborations that way. It does work that way. I think I actually heard Harris Heller say something similar to that back in the day, maybe like a year ago. But raids don't do anything for your growth. Hosts don't do anything for your growth. Follow for follow. Followers in general don't really do a lot unless you focus on the viewers themselves and the community behind those numbers. Those things don't actually help you grow. This one took a lot for me to kind of swallow that pride pill. People do not care who you are, flat out. They don't know you, therefore they don't really care about you. You have to make them care about who you are. You have to make them know who you are. Stop going into streaming with like, I am the hottest piece of cake that everyone just wants to watch and laugh at. I'm hilarious, blah, 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 blah. No one cares. There's so many funny people. There's so many great people on stream. There's so many great people on content creation that no one really cares you specifically until you make them care. So stop with the pride. Stop thinking that everything that you're doing is perfect. Stop thinking that everything that you do is going to grow your channel and why is it not growing? Why isn't it growing? I'm amazing. I'm hilarious. No one, it's just focus on the content, build it up, go in with the mindset that yes, I have good quality, but I have to make people care. They're not just gonna care off the bat. I'm not the best. You have to put in that work and put in that time. Otherwise, you're gonna get prideful and it's just, don't do it. People don't care who you are, make them care. You're not just gonna get handed viewers, okay? Guys, that's my top 5 mistakes that I personally made all of those growing in a stream, and I wish I hadn't, but I wouldn't have made me learn. So hopefully I could help you out a little bit on that one. I think I'm gonna try to do a top 5 tips. I know that I haven't covered in the 35 tip video. I'm gonna try to make like really good singular, like I did with this video, but a little bit different on the positive side. Maybe it's not the next video I'm gonna make, but we're gonna try to make a video like that soon. Anyways, guys, I stream every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come talk about any of this stuff or have any other questions, let me know down there. Let me know there or down below if you'd like to. All of the links to everything is going to be in the description down below. Yeah, guys, I love you. Love yourself, and I'll see you next time. Peace.